Bri, good to see you, bud.
You too, man.
Thanks for coming out.
You too, all right.
Looking
How many
forward
strokes
to
you
it.
get?
So, before we talk about anything, let's talk about what game we're playing today. I know you,
You call it.
you've been wanting to put a couple bucks on this. So what do you
Yeah,
want to do?
let's do it.
What do you want to do? So,
Yeah, your kids are out of diapers, right?
so here we go. We got, we can do a Nassau. You want to do front, back, and overall?
Yeah, whatever you like. Medal, match play, what do we want to do?
Let's do the Nassau where it's match play. Front, back, or overall, whoever wins the most amount of holes. Doesn't matter what you score on it.
That's right.
What do you want? Do 25?
You got it. 25 aside
25 aside.
and 25 for the overall. So $10 for any birdies,
For birdies, greenies,
up and downs from the bunker.
and sandies.
I'm not even a golfer, I'm a gambler.
Right, exactly. All
Great
right,
action.
that's
You
our
got
bet.
it, buddy. You got it.
I love it. Here it is.
It's close to me. You want me to lead it off? It's up to
All
you.
right, buddy. It's all you.
All right, buddy.
Nice swing. Nice, smooth swing.
Thank you.
Good ball,
All
Brian.
right. Well, that'll work.
Yeah, that'll play.
I can't think of a better way to start a day, huh?
Yeah, this is nice, man.
On the tee box. Right. I lost it, Sean. How
Yeah,
come
I went far left.
So I guess instead of the flag, the guy on the track is the target. Missed it.
Smooth swing, though.
I have to get up and down.
So I want to hear how you got your start. I want to hear, like, kind of back Boston, trying to get a career started. Let's,
Ah, yeah, well, way back. As an inner city kid, you know, you never really heard much about golf, stuff like that. But so back in South Boston is an interesting place,
yeah.
especially if you come from the cliche, typical broken home.
And you had dysfunction in your family, and
Yeah, I
things
mean,
weren't
my
going.
parents are good people that just young, having kids and not really knowing the deal, you know. There's
Yeah.
no, especially nowadays, like, you know, conversations that me and you might have as parents, like, they weren't having it back then, so they were kind of learning on the blind. And so I found myself on my own, like, kind of surviving out there at 12 years old. Oh, nice hands. Look, you got the home track advantage. Play it up the left side, I like it. Tell me that later.
Tell you that next round.
No.
Well played.
But in South Boston, I grew up 12 years old. I was out on my own, and yeah.
When you say out on your own, what do you mean?
Like
out on the street,
sleeping
or?
in project hallways, and yeah, kind of surviving, you know. And you learn how to survive out there. Look at this, good roll. Get in. Oh.
There it is.
Oh. There we go. Couple double bogeys, we won't be as nice to each other. You know?
Yeah.
And then, you know, you just gravitate to that whole lifestyle, you know. Everybody who really doesn't have the encouragement to do the right thing or, you know, and pursue dreams and everything, you end up just going from day to day.
Sure.
All right.
So it's best to play the high side, Bri.
To the right?
To the right, yeah.
Oh. That's trouble.
Hang on. Oh. Way off. Hang on. Okay. You might have a situation here.
Yeah,
You're right in the bird bath there.
it could be, is it?
Wow. I gotta somehow navigate through these trees and somehow get on that green.
Great chip. Get in. All right, bud, I gotta make this to have the hole.
Get it. All right, so get me from 12 years old in the middle of the alley.
So there we are, right.
There you are. So you're literally just making your own way, trying to get food and...
Yeah, it started off like, you know, like selling dollar joints and all that nonsense that you do when you're a kid.
Yeah.
And then escalated into making money and having a good time and running at 100 miles an hour.
How are you making money?
It's a little bit shameful to say now, but back in the day, you'd be selling cocaine and marijuana and all the stuff that nowadays, you know, back then, you got to keep in mind, this is the early 70s, late 70s.
Yeah.
Where most people were doing coke, you know, and it wasn't like the Say No to Drugs campaign yet, so we all thought it was like, you know, nobody knew about addiction and lives being ruined at the time.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of money involved, so then, you know.
So you started dealing with some nasty people?
Yeah, just survivors, you know, even in that little violent criminal circle. We all stayed in our own little circle. It became this way of life where you know nothing else, you know, you weren't allowed to dream, you had no... I wanted to be an actor as a kid.
You did?
But back then, you know, saying, that's almost like saying you want to wear tights or be a ballet dancer as a, you know, inner city kid, you'd get laughed at. This is what I love about the kids today. You know, they speak out loud of what they want to do, what they want to pursue, and they get more encouragement than they did back in my day. You know, kind of long story short of getting shot and caught up with a lot of violence and a lot of arrests.
Yeah.
I had a brother-in-law who was getting, it was a physical altercation between him and my sister, and I ended up in prison in 1989.
Oh, you interjected, got in?
Yeah, I mean, not to sound like a hero, because, like, you know, my reaction to that was violence, and so I went to prison from 89 to 94.
5 years you were in prison?
4 years, 10 months. But who's counting?
Yeah, you weren't counting.
But
so you were in Boston?
Saved my life. Prison saved my life.
Really?
People say that, yeah, because you know what? I had my beautiful son Brian, him and Marka, and now my two grandsons in my whole life. But I used to see the pain in his eyes in the visiting room when he came to see me, and the only thing that scared me about prison is I could see in a lot of them guys' eyes that they were afraid to get out. And that's what they call institutionalized, because they can't make it out here. And that's what I didn't want to happen to me.
It's not going to be too bad, actually. On the same spot?
All right, we'll go work it out together.
Let's see what we can figure it out.
Yeah. You know, it's funny, Sean, because what we're talking about, it's like, you'll be there one day, when you get near 50, right? When you get into this entertainment business, you end up, you know, kind of telling your story, and you get so, you know, you get a little sick of yourself, right?
Sure.
But the truth is, it's like there's a lot of kids out there that are still stuck in the same situations. So if there's any, like, encouragement of, like, you know, you can dream and you can pursue, because I was real fortunate. When I got out of prison, I was on parole. I couldn't leave the state. And there was this director, Ted Demme, but he came to town with Martin Sheen and Dennis Leary. And,
oh, wow.
Yeah, and this is my second audition ever. I got a speaking part. The first time was Donnie Wahlberg was doing a movie with Jimmy Cummins, another local guy.
Oh, interesting.
So I went on an audition on my while I was on parole, you know, without telling anybody. Because
yeah. So you were on parole when you went on your first audition?
The first 3 auditions I went on, I got speaking parts. If I find out you're holding back, that you're not telling me everything, I'm going to have to believe you've gone native. And that's the day I'm going to pull you out. And I won't care if you're on your way with a shovel to dig up Jimmy Hoffa. You got that? Oh, so this is a par 7.
It's 180 to those 2 trees right there. Hang on. Keep turning.
Sean, that was well hit.
At what age were you
This was, I get out at 31. I had my 26th birthday on the floor in the maximum security prison. I was like, oh, this isn't going well. I think you're
really?
Further. You hit it pretty good, Sean. I think you should be, right? Release.
A little short there.
Oh, big kick. All right, so we're both putting for par. Sean, I tell you, man, you're really putting well. Get in there. What a putt.
That was amazing.
That was unbelievable.
How in the hell is that gonna happen?
Somebody might even think you edited that in. It was such a good
Thank you, little good editors.
Yeah. If two of us did it. All right, now that we're warmed up, get in the back door. All right, now come on. Follow through. Is that gone?
No, hopefully you caught that sand.
We're gonna have to cut out those beds. Coming back, buddy. Nah, all right, I gotta turn it up. He's ready to play.
So, can you remember your very first audition? It was it was Wahlberg?
Donnie Wahlberg.
And you knew the Wahlberg brothers, Donnie and Mark, from hanging out?
No, you know what? I met Donnie about a year prior to this. When I first got out of prison, I was going to this high-stakes card game. I was at Donnie Wahlberg's house. All right, buddy, I gotta just punch it out, all right? That's the best I could do, Sean.
Wow, that went the opposite way.
Oh, pulled it.
Thank you, buddy.
Oh, man.
Exactly.
Still enough to win. You know, but I mean, the first three auditions I went on, they were speaking part. I mean, there weren't no breakout roles, but it was like an incentive that maybe I could do this. They were local films. I couldn't even leave the state at the time, so I was just fortunate enough to get in on the auditions, and they're, with credible directors too.
Yeah.
Because then Neil Jordan cast me as a cop while I was on parole, which was funny, So then with that and the encouragement and then the money I put together with this was robbing the drug dealers, I came to Los Angeles when I got off parole.
Yeah.
Just to pursue the dream. But I had no agent, no tape. I didn't know where to begin, but I just needed a fresh start. So when I went to LA, I immediately got an acting coach. And she had said something that I believed acting is bringing real human behavior to the scene. Mm-hmm. So that, to me, made sense.
So this is our little signature hole. Take a peek at, we should take a look at the view here for a minute.
I know, that water's beautiful. Is that water reachable?
That's right at the peak of my distance right there.
Well, we both got to at least hit a breakfast ball to try to drive it,
We
right?
should.
We can...
If you want to start with that, and then we get to keep it if you...
Well, what do you call it? You tell me.
So we can both hit breakfast balls.
Yeah.
We'll hit our first ball with our driver.
If
optional. You make it, it's yours. If you lose it, we won't count it as out of bounds. You want to call it that?
Sounds good. A little left, buddy.
Yeah. Screaming as hard as I can.
Oh!
That's the sound of a roof.
That's a window. I wonder if the real estate people told them about that as they were buying that house.
The other way.
Both.
Got that other house. That's the house everybody hits right there, that orange roof.
That's a good swing, Sean.
That should be all right. Thanks. Right up next to it.
Oh, nice shot.
Thanks, bro. Nice kick.
Thank you. You too. Let's go get it. Oh, good hands. Get in. Oh, man. Oh, you're going to creep by like that, huh? Oh, man.
That's fine.
I'm digging myself a ditch here.
Yeah, that one, that was a gimme. Gave me that one.
Good spot. Nice spot. So now I get to Los Angeles, and I love the weather and golf. I had taken a loving to it. I mean, golf has literally been part of saving my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just some people find things that are therapeutic for them.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta tell you, man, this game here, as frustrating as it can be, I mean, it's literally saved my life, because when I started playing golf, I said to myself, wow, I can't get shot or killed for at least 4 hours. Right? Hopefully.
Yeah, they can't find you out here.
Right? I don't know. Some of the guys I was gambling with, maybe. So then we get, then I get out here and the career started. I started getting some opportunity.
Yeah.
I went to the movie when I first got on with Robert Redford.
What movie was that?
The Last Castle. It was a
right,
prison movie.
But it won't settle, right?
What did I just tell you? What did I just tell you? We're only doing this to keep Johnny fucking eyeballs off our back. And don't make me tell you again, you simple prick. Back the fuck up.
Oh, man. Sean, what did I just do? There's no right pushing that. Unbelievable. That was a choke. All right, I'm giving this whole match away. Look, at a lot of people want to be famous. I've had enough people say, oh, you did a nice job in that. You don't really know your name, but oh, you did a good. My ego's fulfilled with that. I'm too much of a people watcher to be famous, so I'm comfortable with how things are going.
Yeah.
I was able to write the screenplay on a 37-cent notepad about, we all have a story in our life.
Sure.
And I was just writing about how, I wanted to turn my life around when I get out of prison. And I wrote notes and then a screenplay. Fast forward 8 years later, I ended up directing it with 2 Oscar-nominated actors, Ethan Hawke and my boy, Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo, yeah.
Yeah. So, that's the thanks I get, huh? Yeah. Hey, look, I haven't lasted this long by letting people fuck me. The first chance you get, you guys go out on your own?
Wasn't like that.
That's exactly how it was.
So that's what you want. You want to do some directing and acting.
I'd love to do them both. And at my age, I'd like to have 2 avenues of employment, opposed to, just being an actor.
Sure.
And the bonus of it is, I love them both. How's this? Here's a funny story.
Yeah.
Rizzoli and Isles is set in Boston, right?
Yeah.
Angie Harmon plays a Boston police officer, right?
Yeah.
I play her, lieutenant. Now, my ex-wife, the mother of my children, right, was a dispatcher at headquarters years ago. I went and picked her up one time. She come out with this horrified look on her face. I said, what's the matter? She said, oh my God, Raz, what happened? She said, they just had your picture on the wall in Boston Police Headquarters because we were on suspicion for some violent act, me and a couple of friends of mine. So the irony of the turnaround for me to have my own office over in Paramount that says Lieutenant Sean Kavanaugh, head of the Boston Police Corps. That's
the irony of that.
That's funny, right?
That is. That's funny.
Yeah, so it's been like a dream come true, man. I'm really grateful.
Yeah. And being a friend of yours, it's just like there's a sense of pride for me to watch, knowing your story and watch where you've come from, Bryce. I'm very proud of you. I'm proud of you.
Well, thank you, because you had a big part. When I decided I was going to direct, you got behind and produced my short film.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for you and pulling your team together, I wouldn't have been able to have the experience to get my feet wet, so to speak, before I directed my first feature. So we had a good time.
That was awesome, man. Love it.
Yeah, I'm as proud and happy for you too.
Thanks, Brian. Yeah.
Pleasure.
Let's get back to battling each other.
Let's get this.
Let's go back.
You're in a good lead.
All right, buddy.